Hello Chips. Today, welcome to famous Fortnite YouTuber Max Level Idot. Hi. Today my name is Cary. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. Welcome to BTD6. This game was started by two guys making flash games in their basement, then joined NZSP, or New Zealand Special Forces, or Ninja Kiwi Studios. They are our glorious leader and great government. Ninja Cary made such games as the other 42 Bloons Tower Defense games and SAS Zombie Survival. The game is on, the App Store, Steam, pirated websites at Netflix. The game also costs an arm and a kidney, maybe 2 kidneys. It is 800 pesos. This game was released in the ancient year of 2018. This game's development is actually special as it goes through Darwin's theory of evolution. As we started with balloons as a puzzle game, then we went straight from that to killing balloons en masse in BTD1. Then nothing special until somehow BTD4, where the graphics look worse than the original Flash game. Then the magnum opus of Ninja Kiwi up until this point in the story, BTD5. Then we got BTD Battles, the game that makes people send more categorical slurs than COD. After that, we got the game I will be talking about today, the 44th game in the series, BTD6, with its brother with a launch as good as Cyberpunk Battles 2. Let's take from BTD Battles 1 as we move to BTD title. This game is of the tower defense genre, mixed with such games as TDX, TDS, and Terraria Calamity Co-op, when one of your friends has the internet connection of 2 dogs and a cat in a chain that transmit electricity. This game actually has lore, but I am not one of the 3 people who read the Ninja Kiwi blogs, as I am not HBomb or the Ninja Kiwi blog authors, so I will link the HBomb lore playlist in the description of this video. This game's graphics are not realistic, as I do not want to see a chimp with a visible anus popping balloons. This game's graphics are pretty good, as long as you don't see the promotional art for Battles 2. Now, the audio for this game was composed by Tim Haywood, the GOAT. The controls in this game are like any tower defense game, except the keys you use to select your chimps will make you suffer an early age stroke. Now on to the main gameplay of BTD6. We have a few game modes, 3 of which are generic, and the others will make you develop dementia. BTD6 has a easy game mode for the average player of Grow a Garden. Sub-modes are primary only. I'll cover that later. You can only use primary category towers. Deflation, the Mr. Beast winner game mode, where you don't make any money after you spend 20k on gambling. I'd personally put it on black. Medium, the game mode for regular humans. Reverse, monkeys come from the United States to Mexico through the border instead of the other way around. Military only, the Iraq War, but non-offensive insurgents. Trust me, they were harboring illegal WMDs, are balloons. Apocalypse, literally just medium, but it would steal a 6-year-old's cheese cracker and feel no remorse for stealing a cheese cracker. The hard game mode will be split in 2, Hell and Hell, but in the Great Depression era, starting with Hell. ABR, or Alternate Balloon Rounds, a title with a joke that most of you probably don't get. Maybe, I don't know. Special balloon types appear earlier, such as leads, camo, and ceramics. Improbable. Budget chimps. No continues, no hearts lost, no extra income, no knowledge and powers and selling are illegal, just like North Korea. Next is Colombia. Magic monkeys only. You can only use magic category monkeys, just as I said earlier with primary later. Double HP Moabs. Moab type balloons get double health. Half cash, half income, you're poor. Next, we have the towers and their categories. Funnily enough, because I need to extend the time on this video, each tower has a category that represents a college in the United States. Well, an Ivy League one, but, Primary, Dart Monkey for the generic Princeton University. Military, Sniper for the United States College Fund. Magic, Ninja for sticky bombs representing your average Harvard student. And in the magic category 2, wizard for Yale students. Support, engineer for MIT. Now to the towers. These towers either range from absolute trash to God. If I go over every tower, I would give you multiple debilitating diseases, so I will cover only the highlights. In the primary category, Dark Monkey. Usually, this is the first one you'll place in the game, and once you get to the main bosses, it's the most cost-efficient tower ever. Boomerang. Australian man with either a bionic arm, one of the best crowd controllers, or your average Aussie sniffing on Vegemite with a very big boomerang. Military. Sniper. One of the best mid-game towers currently, with my custom name for it being Lee Harvey Oswald. Dart Gunner. It's good for mad, and I don't use any other tower from the Dartman Gunner that is not mad. Magic. Wizard. The mysterious man in the forest who gives me mushrooms with differing effects. Ninja. My Assassin's Creed ones that don't end very well. Support. Engineer. MIT graduate looking for a job in military engineering. Farm. It's special game modes are races such as the game mode that requires 222% of your concentration to click on a button 30 to 100 times, then buy plane and click upgrade 5 times on middle, then press the ability to Hiroshima. Who wrote this? Oh, it's me. Wait, oops. Anyway, boss events. Bosses appear for 4 weeks upon first appearance, and then once those 4 weeks are up, they appear in a cycle of doom. The order for that cycle is 1. Blunarius, 2. Lich, 3. Vortex, 4. The Dread Balloon, 5. Phase, 6. Blastopopulous, and finally Contested Territories or Clash of Clans. Basically, there are multiple tiles in a large, big hexagonal shape, where their teammates are as useful as a paralyzed, mentally disabled, and a abused mountain climber. Heroes are classified in 2 categories. Either they commit war crimes, or they do not. Here are the best heroes in my correct opinion. Quincy. He's only here due to the fact he is so bad. His power rating goes into the negatives, and we can't have negatives on here. So he gets a 10 out of 10. Gwen, a war criminal, and is pretty great for being the second hero in the game you get. Ben Yamin, best for making Zimbabwe 2 and hacking the Zimbabwean banks for maximum profit, which is $2.05. Sada, the Japanese swordswoman. Churchill, he is a tank and therefore perfect, really good for battles too, but I'll get to that later. Geraldo is your friendly neighborhood drug dealer, a pharmaceutical one. For co-op, I will have to do time travel in the form of going back to the ancient year of 2018, where Ninja Kibi released Bloons Tower Defense 6, and the masses said, "We want co-op!" Then they did, but they messed something up, and they made it super bad, then they changed it. Despite me having a good internet and a 3080 NVIDIA card and the blessing of the true sun god, I still get over 3000 ping. Now today, the issues have died down, but co-op is boring. I only go there to see custom named towers, such as I Miss My Wife, Suck on My Balls of Steel, and Illicit Material Spreader. Bosses are pretty simple too. Also, I will go back in time to July 2021, where the first boss, Blunarius the Invader, dropped. I will list the bosses in order of release. Blunarius, the classic, vomits balloons once you've reached the skull. Basically, skulls are like the rage bar you can see above a man in London, where if you reach the skulls, they do a special ability. For the British man, he pulls out a shiv and starts stabbing you. For Blunarius, they vomit balloons. After a bit, too many drinks at the balloon bar, and the elite version is the same, except he drank more alcohol. Lich. Basically, his kids buried him in a box before his coffin came, so he's angry and will physically abuse his children. And he comes from hell, the same place Adolf Hitler and R.C. Hakita Patala's hit game Ultra Kill takes place. And the Bible fanfiction Dante's Inferno is his skull ability, reviving dead memes and summoning his miscarried children to steal your lives, just like in the Avatar episode, The Winter Solstice, Parts 1 and 2. Vortex, Usain Bolt's blue and balloon cousin. For his backstory is he used to be an Olympic track floater. Then his cousin Usain Bolt tased him and stole the spotlight by running and not floating. His skull ability is throwing pocket sands in your tower's eyes, but he does get sent back, just like the Great Leap Forward in China. Dread Balloon, the Avatar Drill. He is the first boss to have a second health bar, and he hates bossing. His skull ability is he can change to be immune to one tower category, and he caused the Monongah mining disaster. The disaster report is in the description. He also spawns Hellspawn, or also known as rock balloons. Phase. This is the boss. This is the person in the alleyway that pulls a knife and says, dude, do you have any cash on you? And if you're poor just like him, he will stab you. He or she... Do balloons have genders? Anyway, their skull ability is becoming black and summoning black holes. Wait, that sounds wrong. Cut. Balloons can enter that portal and enter further up the path. Blast the populace. This boss makes certain towers more useless than asking ChatGPT for marriage advice. His skull ability is earthbending and to make my head hurt a lot. He also stuns towers to make my mental ability 30% lower. And finally, Paragons. There were supposed to be maps, but I didn't bother doing them. Paragons are the final stages of towers after buying all of the merch in the Comic-Con, i.e. the tier 5 towers. Currently, we have around 10 Paragons, I think. There is the Dart Paragon, Apex Plasmaxter. This Paragon is particularly used in boss events as it only costs 150k, usually for elite tier 3 bosses. Boomerang. I only use this one for regular and elite glitch and no other bosses. Ninja Ascended Shadow. Greatest Paragon against everything, usually paired with Dart Paragon for good boss damage. The Buccaneer Navark. Ultra late game GOAT and can insta-kill bads with the ability. Ace Goliath Cheeseburger. Pretty goated as it buffs Navark and Navark buffs it too. Undisputed GOAT of tier 5 bosses. Spike Factory. I can't say its name. Mega Massive Munitions Factory. I don't use this one. I also don't use the TAC Crucible of Steel and Flame. Anyway, Monkey Subnautic Siege Core. Nuclear weapons. The UN will not get involved as a side effect. Wizard Magus Perfectus. Harry Potter's creepy old uncle who sells his feet for a living. And he has a wage of 200 Venezuelan pesos. Engineer, master, builder. Who wrote the script? Are you kidding me? It's me again? And anyways, this game has a ranked mode in the form of battles to arenas, like Ceramic Crucible and BFB Coliseum. This game has only lost players since launch until earlier this year because of the issues. In this area of the video, I won't make a second game break for just Battles 2, unless you deranged fools want me to make a video essay talking solely about this game's bugs and issues. But here is a simple rundown. Eco. Instead of making monkey through balloon popping, you get it from sending balloons to your opponent to increase your paycheck. Eco, which is the money you make every 25 seconds. You can send your opponent eco balloons or balloons meant to give your home opponent the kind action of a heart attack. In balloon sending, you can give your balloons a status, which is a special gesture to make your opponent know you have a knife and 2 Pokemon cards in your pocket. These categories are regrows. If your balloon is not popped for a while, they will grow back until their layers reach when they were sent. Reinforced. Make your balloons on pre-workout. Phase. They get a camo at the start of their journey, and they will have a jump start. And then, a camo. Only towers with certain upgrades let them see them, but you already know this. Anyways, here's what I did this section for. All of the bugs for Battles 2. The DM bug. This is a bug I experienced a lot when first playing Battles 2. If someone sent you a direct message through any messaging app, your game would crash instantly. This very specific one. If your opponent sends a bat with the UFO skin and you have a balloon trap on your side, the game would crash for both players in the game. Overdrive and Pierce bug. The tack shooter 002 to 003 had one extra pierce. This was actually very broken for some reason. Hydra rocket pods bug. If you play Battles 2 on launch, you probably know what this one is. For some reason, the Hydra rocket pods was broken. If you cross-pathed it with laser shock, the second upgrade in the top path. So, if you got a 230 Darkman gunner, you were immortal until your opponent could send the big blimps or Moabs, in which if you had sniper, you were also immortal because of the main Moab upgrade. Anyways, personal thoughts. This is my favorite TDE game out right now because it's just really good and has a lot of detail. And oh my, is it an improvement of BT 5. Anyways, 9.5. I docked 0.5 stars for being demoted to a second-class citizen. Have fun.